All right, guys, so I have another kettlebell workout for you today. It's a 10-minute AMRAP, but prior to doing that, if you want to, of course, you're gonna burn your legs up a little bit. So hopefully you're not doing this one right after you do the 400 meters of walking lunges, but what we have is alternating Tabata. And so if you guys are unfamiliar with Tabata, it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So the way this is gonna go, you're gonna do 20 seconds of squats, or if you wanna bring it up a notch to Zach McCarley level, you can go jump squats. You go 20 seconds there, rest 10 seconds, and then 20 seconds of lunges, or again, if you wanna kick it up another level, you can do jumping lunges for 20 seconds. You will then rest for 10, and that's one set. You're gonna repeat that so you get 8 sets total. So you go, you'll end up getting 8 sets of squats and 8 sets of lunges. Again, you're alternating every time. So let's take a look at your jump squats if you're not familiar with what those look like. So we're gonna bring Diana here. It's gonna be a full squat. She's gonna leave the ground as she stands and drop right back into that squat. If you're not able to drop right into your squat, you can land and then squat again if you need to. Okay, so next thing would be the jumping lunges. So what that's going to look like if you're able to do this is tap the knee to the ground, switch in mid-air, legs are looking for full extension at the top. So we're not doing like duck walk jumping lunges like this, right? So we want to get full extension at the top there. You will be feeling that in your legs if you do that. So it's a good little strength conditioning piece to get you going before the workout. If your legs are super sore, then maybe you can go ahead and skip that one and just do this 10-minute AMRAP. So moving on to the AMRAP, we have 30 double unders, 12 kettlebell snatches, and those kettlebell snatches, it's gonna be 6 on one arm, followed by 6 on the other arm. Okay, then you're gonna do 30 double unders again, and 12 kettlebell push presses. Again, 6 on one arm, 6 on the other arm. So you only need one kettlebell. If you did the other kettlebell workout this week, you'll probably be able to use the same weight. Even if it's on the heavier side, that should be okay for this particular workout. So let's go over these movements. Double unders, you guys should have. If you don't have those and you have a jump rope, maybe you can scale to single unders, do 60 single unders, something like that. If you don't have a jump rope, however, Dan's gonna show you the scale. You're gonna do, instead of 30 double unders, 15 mountain climbers. So you're gonna be in a plank position here, and she's just gonna jump her feet back and forth on her knees, up by her elbows. So when you're doing this, go ahead and stop real quick. Notice how her knee is fairly close to her elbow. It's not touching, but she definitely brought it up pretty far. What I don't want you to do is really small mountain climber steps, right? So I want you to be moving your legs quite a bit each time. So that's your scale for the double unders if you don't have a rope. Now let's talk about the snatches. Most of you guys are pretty familiar with this. However, you can always review. When you're doing this, remember, we're grabbing towards the thumb side of the handle. So your hand is kind of in that corner there. On the backswing, her thumb is going to point backwards. Her thumb turns up as she swings it out in front of her, and she punches through to get a good finish position up overhead. Arm is stacked on top of her shoulder, which is stacked on top of her heels. Okay, from that swing down, she's keeping the weight up nice and high on her legs in the backswing and through the middle. Try to keep it fairly close to your body as it's coming up and in on the way back down. And of course, as always, we want to keep your back straight here when you're doing this in the hinge position, and you're not squatting with these reps, you are hinging. So let's see a couple more here with that good hip hinge. You watch your knees here. Your knees are bending, but not that much. It's just a small bend in the knees for this. All right? So that's your kettlebell snatches. Again, it's 12 total, which is going to be 6 on one arm, followed by 6 on the other arm. The next kettlebell movement after your next set of double unders is going to be push press. So we have a good rack position here. Her thumb is up by her collarbone. Her elbow is down to her side. Her arm is making contact here with her rib cage, and the kettlebell is sitting in this nice little pocket. All right. So from here, she's going to do a small dip, and as she drives up, she's going to drive her ribs into her arm to bump that kettlebell or bump her arm off of her chest. All right. Again, you're getting a good finish position, and she's going to drop it right back into that rack, going into her dip and driving it right back up overhead. All right. I want you guys to make sure you're getting a good lockout each rep here as well. All right. So 10-minute AMRAP. The goal here is to just be moving for that 10 minutes. If you want to push it hard, then go for it. If not, then just try to break a sweat, get your heart rate up, and just move for 10 minutes. So when you're done, don't forget to go into WOD Hopper and click that I did it button down at the bottom of the screen.